So time for some sound deadening and vibration control. So this is the stuff. It's like the thin butyl rubber, heavy. That roll is quite heavy. So I've done the wheel arch, pressed it on fairly well, just been cutting it, shoving it into corners with that. Roll it on with that. So maybe you'll hear the difference. But nonetheless, with nothing over them, it's very noisy driving this, especially with the road being freshly tarmacked. So these are getting full coverage, and then the other panels like these will be just small squares, somewhat similar to the OEM, although this will be cut out for the window. Same with that side, but like down in them, a bit in there. Just going to put some in each of them. Back doors up here, bits on roof, and then there's the sound dampening foam insulation 10mm thick stuff to go in over it after. Bless me. So yeah, I'm going to crack on, use that. You don't have to cover an entire panel, but them wheel arches are specifically wanted to cover. We'll get a little bit on the insides of the wheel arches as well. I'm going to do obviously the insides of them, and little offcuts that I don't use are getting stuck to backs of these, maybe in front in a recessed area like that. So it's just about getting dark. I've used all the roll now. Got plenty in there. Nothing there. All of there. Obviously none there because that's coming out. The same with that. Plenty down there. Plenty in there. Some on the back of that thing as well. Some there. Down there. All in the door. All in there. All there. And there. Oh. The roof. Plenty on the roof because these are like tin cans. Just a big pile of rubbish to clean up now, and on to the next. Right, so start on the woodwork. So the joins between the ridges on the floor, I'll chop up some of this old stuff. So this is what I'm up to with these. So a few more there to do down here. Should come close to there. So I'm gonna cut a sheet of steel for that corner that has a hole in it. Nope. That's after a quick wire brush. So it's pretty consistent, but there's likely always a pin or two, so I'm gonna gum it up with that all that seam and then pin it. So that's the third coat of epoxy primer, giving this a go. So I've already so that's 1/2 down. A couple of little bits to do, but there's various heavy things left here, there and everywhere. Just to hold them down while glue somewhat tacks up. Trim around things like that. Obviously this is where the seat goes. There'll be spaces to make up the difference. But yeah, so it's the following day. This is all stuck. Feels a great deal flatter. There, still finish that bit off shortly. Majority of this golden. Have a handful of these stuck. We're starting to do filling pieces. So a bit there, this is loose. Some bits back there, and then there, all there, corners. So just slowly getting stuff down. Usually 10-20 minutes of some weight. It's enough to keep it tacky. Stops lifting after that, so just going to stick down more bits over here. Some excess pieces here, so chop them up, stick them down, get them so that's all the little pieces. Floor actually feels flat now, so I'm going to get to cutting the boards. So I've chucked them in for a mock-up. Not a bad fit. So the reason I added this extra and hadn't cut these, so after putting them on, it lifts it just nicely. So that will go in there nicely. So it's a little bit proud, so it wants a bit off. But this is a curve. The previous one was just straight, looked naff. So took ruler in. Should get a decent curve straight over there. Same again onto that side. So I've penned on the line. Seems pretty clean enough curve. I'm happy with it. Needs a little bit more this side. So this is the foam stuff. I think there's enough to do this van twice. So I'm going to do it one layer. First layer foil side down. Second layer foil side up. So I've cut one the width from there to there. Just going to cut multiple pieces to go across back. First layer down. Second layer down. So I staggered the layers. So the half cut that end, went that end. So the joint beneath is under there. So the joints overlap. Just got pretty much that edge sort of flatten off, but I took the floor on, trim them all clean. But it's so that's that screwed down. Plenty in. Plenty more in like high traffic areas. But it's down, it's flat, it's sturdy. Tidied up that edge now. Plenty in this far edge. Have a mixed match of screws, but nothing will be seen. So I think now go underneath, find the holes for the seat